Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope everybody's doing well today, and welcome back to another Bleach Immortal Souls video. In this video, I will be doing the second tier list out of the 4 tier list that I said that I would make. I've already done the Azure Dragon one, and right now I'm going to do the Black Tortoise one. Now, we got 13 characters in total here. I did not put the SR and R characters because, like I said in the last tier list, nobody really uses them, so it's kind of just a waste of a time to go over them. Also, but I do want to give a shout out to one SR character that's a Black Tortoise, and that's going to be Omaida. The reason I'm giving Omaida, I guess, like an honorable mention is because his passive skill is insanely good for a Black Tortoise team, especially for their soul haul. Basically, the front row allies' block chance increases by a certain percentage depending on what level the skill is. It's a passive skill, so you can literally just put Omaida in the assist area in arena, and he would pretty much just, give you a free boost to your front row, which is pretty nice about Omaida, especially if you're using like 3 Black Tortoise tanks. And that's why I went ahead and wanted to give him, a quick little shout out. Now, as always, this is my personal opinion on this tier list. If you have a different opinion, it is totally fine. At the end of the day, I always recommend players to make their own decisions and do their own research. But it's always nice to have opinions, to hear from, whether it's from Discord, YouTube, or whatever it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this tier list. So the first character we got on the list right here is going to be SSR Neutra. I'm going to go ahead and put SSR Neutra in C tier. Now also, just so you guys know, there is a UR version. This is the SSR version, so just don't get it mixed up. The reason I'm giving him C tier, I mean, look, Neutra is extremely good. His rage attack gives him a shield, and because he has a shield, he's able to do more damage, and he's also able to take less damage. He also has an insanely good passive skill. His passive skill is, if your allies have a shield, their block chance is going to be increased by 20%, which is absolutely massive. But the problem with that is, it's not easy to get a shield on your allies. There isn't many characters that unfortunately offer shield support. There is obviously somebody like Urahara who's going to give a shield to your whole team, and even Okiura right here, the UR, can give shields to your team, but it's not very common, and that's why I put him in C tier. If it was a little more common for like shields, I'd probably honestly put him in A tier, just because a 20% block chance is absolutely big. Now the second character we got right here is going to be Okami Resurrection. This man is an absolute monster. He can steal defense, he gives shields to your allies, and he's just an insane character overall. His mastery skill does a lot of damage. His rage attack attacks all enemies and it steals defense, and it also does a lot of damage. He can create shields for your team. He's just absolutely broken. He also recovers rage way faster, and he gives support for himself if you have Black Tortoise allies on your team. He basically takes less damage. And I can keep going and going, but I mean, I honestly don't feel like I have to say much about Okiura, because, I hope everybody agrees that he's a really good character, and he's even better because he's a Soul Hall leader. If you get him, he's a Black Tortoise Soul Hall character, so you can activate their Soul Hall, so that makes him, even better. So yeah, Okiura is an absolute monster. He can literally do everything. He can do damage, he can tank. He's just an absolute monster, man. The third character, we got right here is going to be SSR Chad. Now, SSR Chad, I'm gonna go ahead and give B tier. The main reason I'm giving Chad B tier is because his rage attack for number 1 attacks all enemies, and another reason he's B tier 100% is because his rage attack can guarantee 2 enemies to lose 100 rage. Now, losing rage is not very common, especially on Black Tortoise characters, so that's why I went ahead and ranked him at B. His passive skill is honestly insanely bad. His mastery skill and rage attack are pretty good, but his passive skill is so bad. Like, if he had a good passive skill, I could even honestly put him in A rank. Like I said in my last Azure tier list video, I do believe that, rage reduction teams, or rage denial, whatever you guys would like to call it, are going to be meta in the future, and Chad is maybe going to be one of them. He might be the Black Tortoise choice on your team, because he guarantees to lose rage. A lot of characters have a chance to lose rage, but Chad can guarantee you to lose 100 rage on 2 enemies, and that's why I went ahead and put him in B tier. Now the fourth character, I don't know why I keep counting one number behind, but sorry. The fourth character we got right here is going to be Love. Now Love, when he first came out, I honestly ranked him really high because he's not bad at all, but as more characters came out, he definitely dropped pretty quick. Now he does pretty good damage to attack specialty characters. He also attacks all enemies, which is pretty nice. His passive skill works on basically like the longer the fight is, the stronger he gets. The longer the fight is, the more damage he's gonna do, and the less damage he's going to take over time. Now, he can be extremely good if he stays in a long battle. It doesn't have to be a super long battle, but every time, he gets attacked, he becomes better. But honestly, I don't feel like that's a very good thing with characters nowadays, just because, honestly, characters die too quick. Even a Black Tortoise character can die pretty quickly, so that's why I went ahead and put him in C tier, just because it takes him time to actually become good. Now, Shinsui, I'm going to go ahead and put in S tier. Shinsui is honestly extremely good. He does really, really good damage for a Black Tortoise characters, as a Black Tortoise character, and he does insanely even more damage to attack specialty characters. He can heal himself from his rage attack and his mastery skill, and his crit chance can go up as well. Shinsui is just an overall a really good character. He doesn't have like any unique abilities, but those basic abilities he has just makes him an absolutely good character, and that's why I went ahead and put him in S tier. Now, next on the list we got is Myri. Now, a lot of people were upset that I put Myri in D tier in my last tier list, and I can understand that, but in my last tier list, I did say that I'm not taking, awakened weapons into accountability. Now, here's the thing with Myri. In my opinion, Myri with an awakened weapon is easily A tier, like literally, he's absolutely amazing. But without his weapon, he's anywhere between C and D. He's a pretty decent tank, but he's not an amazing tank. He can revive himself, which is also really good, but what really shines with Myri is his awakened weapon. That 28% chance to paralyze all enemies is just really good. And that's why I went ahead and put him in A tier if you guys are taking his awakened weapon into accountability. If not, then in my opinion, Myri would probably be C tier. But with his awakened weapon, he's easily A tier for me. He's honestly really good, man. Especially with his awakened weapons. Those paralyzes are good in PvE and PvP. Now, next on the list we got is Tensei. Now, Tensei, the reason I put in B tier is because of his reflect damage. He's one of the very, very few characters in the game who's really good with reflect damage. Chad is actually also really good with reflect damage because he gives a 15% damage boost to reflect damage. So if you run Tensei and Chad and maybe somebody like Okiora, that can honestly work really well. You can put like a reflect damage War Souls on both of them. He's going to be boosting the reflect damage, and they're just going to be reflecting a bunch of damage. When I say a lot, I'm talking like all the way up to like maybe 40-50%, if not even higher with reflect damage. That's why I put Tensei in B tier, because he's the best reflect damage character in my opinion, and Chad does an amazing support for Tensei. And that's why I put them both in B tier, because they can honestly run really good in a reflect damage team. And I honestly think I'm going to try it whenever Chad and Okiora do come out in the future. Now, we got Renji right here. I'm going to go ahead and put Renji in C tier. Now, Renji is honestly not that bad. One annoying thing about Renji that I honestly think is a bug at this point is his stuns. He has a 20% chance to stun, and a lot of other characters also have a 20% chance to do something. At least the other characters, like, whether it's silence, paralyze, whatever it is, it usually kicks in every once in a while. But I feel like with Renji, it's actually bugged. Like, it literally rarely kicks in. Like, I haven't seen it kick in months, bro. But yeah, after you attack with his mastery skill, he does give like a 7 to 10% block chance boost to your front row allies, depending on what, level his skill is. And then he does also buff the crit chance of your back row allies, which is not bad. Now, he could definitely be in B tier, but I think he's better suited for C tier just because his block chance boost is not too big. And he's not honestly like a very, very tanky... Sorry, he's not a very tanky character. There's definitely better options for tanking. After that, we got Winahana. Winahana is getting A tier. Winahana is honestly pretty simple. 3 things. She's a good tank. She heals your whole entire team, and she also recovers rage for your team. She automatically gets an A tier for that, because there is no other character that can heal your whole entire team. She is easily the best healer in the game right now, and she's a pretty decent tank for being a healer as well. So she easily gets an A rank, honestly, in my opinion. Obviously, she doesn't do a lot of damage, but that's not what she's for. She's not supposed to be doing damage. Her giving your whole team a heal and rage is honestly more than enough for her. Like, she definitely deserves that A rank spot. And then after that, we got Ikaku, which I also will put in A rank. Now, Ikaku is really interesting. His mastery skill and rage attack kind of work off of each other, When he rage attacks, he gets a damage boost, and he also gets a chance to, well, it's not a chance, it's a 100% chance to activate his mastery skill. So when you rage attack with him, he's 100% guaranteed to activate his mastery skill. And his mastery skill gives him, 200 rage back. So he's going to be rage attacking a bunch of times, and I mean a bunch of times. And when he falls below 50% HP, he can heal himself for 3 rounds, and he takes less damage for 3 rounds as well. And the heal is 15%, I believe. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section, please. But that's honestly insanely good, man. If literally like a couple, maybe like 4 rounds or 5 rounds into the battle, Ikaku can definitely be extremely good. Now, I did rank Love lower because of that thing where, you know, it takes him a while to become good. But Ikaku definitely becomes good way faster than Love. And his passive skill is just insane. Him healing for 3 rounds and taking less damage. And the heal is actually good too. That's why I went ahead and put Ikaku in A tier. I haven't really seen anybody use Ikaku yet. I just have so many characters to level up right now that I'm not really getting a chance to like level up who I want. But I will at some point level him up and definitely, you know, test him out and even review him on the channel. Just because I feel like Ikaku is extremely good. Now, we got Kensei right here. Honestly, Kensei was a hard one for me. It was between A and S. Like, if there was a rank in between them right now, that's where I'd put Kensei. I'd put him in the rank in between them. But there is not. Like, I was thinking for a cool minute, is Kensei going to be S or A? And I honestly think I'm just going to leave him at A. Now, he could, I don't know, man. A or S, this is really hard for me. I don't know why, but I feel like Kensei can definitely be S deserving. Now, Kensei is really good. After he uses his mastery skill, he gets a 20% block chance boost, which is insanely high. With the right war souls and stuff, he can have like an 80% block chance if you build him right. He can heal himself and he can taunt enemies. He's just really good overall, man. That's all I gotta say. That 20% block chance boost is insanely good, and that's why I put him in A, and like I said, maybe even S. But I think I'm gonna keep him in A for now. Maybe he'll go up in the future, but as of right now, he's just gonna stay in A. But like I said, man, the fact that he can heal himself and get a 20% block chance boost is unheard of, man. One of a character, one of a kind, I should say. And we got Yami right here. Yami is straight up trash. I'm sorry if you think he's good. Yami is one of those characters who takes some time to get good. Like for example, Love gets good in maybe like what? Let's say 6-7 rounds. Ikaku maybe 3-4. Yami needs at least 20 rounds, bro. 10 to 20 rounds. Yami's absolutely horrible. His rage is not good. His passive is not good, and his mastery is not good. Now, like I said, he can be good in extremely long battles, but when was the last battle, like, other than maybe like Squad Boss and maybe Defense at Karakura Town event, I can't think of any battle that's going to go for a long time. And even in those events, he's probably not going to do any good at all. So that's why Yami's in D tier. Spoiler alert, he's the only one in D tier. I mean, we only got one character left anyways. But yeah, I'm sorry, but Yami's just absolutely horrible, man. Now, we got Komamaru right here. I went ahead and put him in B tier. Now, his passive skill is honestly insanely good. Insanely good in my opinion. When he's above 50% HP, he deals 35% more damage. And when he's under when he's under 50% HP, he takes 35% less damage, which is obviously really high. And he does pretty good damage just because, you know, when he's over 50, he deals more damage. And his mastery skill deals more damage to attack specialty characters. So Komamaru, just because of his passive skill, in my opinion, puts him right into B rank, because he's honestly not that bad of a tank. But yeah, here's my Black Tortoise tier list. One more time, this is my opinion. You know, if you don't like it, it is totally fine. Let me know what you guys think of my tier list in the comment section below, and also let me know what you would change maybe on the tier list. But yeah, anyways, guys, keep an eye out for the upcoming tier list. I'll probably maybe do one more tomorrow. Not sure, it just depends on how my day goes. But both of the other tier lists will be out by next week, 100%. But yeah, anyways, guys, as always, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you get a notification for whenever I upload a video, and leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns or anything. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.